Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Synthetic Dawn in our Cooperate or Die series. We are looking at the progenitor, the home of our machine empire, the Vision Cooperative, and we just had a little bit of a snafu with our combat situation, with our first attempt to attack the pirates. Probably the worst first attack on the pirates that I've attempted in all of my Stellaris playthroughs, but then again, it was a larger than usual fleet, and it just didn't go particularly well. So we're going to have to rebuild. It looks like they just arrived back in our space, so let's go ahead and have them... Oh, good. They're going to heal up at Shellyak Prime, and we have to do some rebuilding. Now, I received a suggestion, which is something that I was going to think about doing anyway, which was to go ahead and create a second destroyer class, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. So our first destroyer class, I was just looking at this, has an artillery bow and an interceptor ship stern. So let's see what else we can do here. We can go for a gunship bow, have more weapons on the front, and then we can do an interceptor ship stern, same as before, or we could do a gunship stern, so just a pure gunship. And I kind of like the idea of doing a pure gunship. We can go ahead and rename this to be the, well, hang on, let's see. I like Silver Bastion. Iron Ward's already been Galvanized Guardians. Ooh, Silver Lancer. Yeah, let's call it the Silver Lancer. I like the idea. I love the randomized name button. That just made my day. But let's go ahead and stick with that. And now we have to figure out what exactly we're going to put on this baby. So let's have a quick look. Silver Lancer. All right, so we don't have anything to put in the auxiliary slot just yet. So what we're going to have to do is go for some fusion reactors, probably a couple. Let's also go ahead and put some lasers on this baby. Yeah, we're hiding obsolete components. I'm going to go ahead and unhide those just for the completion's sake, just so we can see the entire list, essentially. But then aside from that, we're going to go ahead and add on some new power. So that looks pretty damn good. Is there any reason to do something a little bit less than that? I mean, I could do a fission reactor to reduce the cost a little bit, but I kind of like the idea of leaving this as is for now. So this is our second destroyer class, the Silver Lancer. And as we rebuild, we'll actually rebuild with 5 of those on the progenitor. Let's also turn off that rally point, so the only rally point is the first security echelon. Love that fleet name. And now you have to build up resources because the Silver Lancers are considerably more expensive than the Steel Defender. Let's find out why. Hang on. Oh wait, no, then the Iron Ward. Why was I looking at the Steel Defender? Hang on. Hold that entire thought. Oh no, they're the same. Okay, that makes sense. I was looking at the Corvette. My bad. So yeah, the destroyers are actually the same cost, which makes sense. But I still do want to compare them. So we're looking at very similar damage values. And actually, to tell you the truth, these ships themselves are very similar at present. So, I mean, we just did a second destroyer class, but there's not... I mean, it's really similar. Once we have better weapons and more of a variety of weapons, we can change this to make it a different ship. But right now, it's functionally not that different from our other options. I'm going to keep it, and we are going to have 2 different destroyer ships, because then once we've done some upgrades and once we've mixed up the weapons a little bit, we've got some more options for what kind of weapons we can put in the ships. We could do an upgrade, and the ships that are in the fleet will automatically diversify. So we're still going to do it, but for now, there's literally no difference between the 2 blueprints. For those of you who were just about to point that out, no worries, I spotted it. Let's go ahead and then... I guess we just have to wait for some resources to build up. Really sucks that we lost so many ships so quickly. We're going to have to just rebuild and give this another attempt. What do we got? Research alternatives +1. So we, of course, already have +1 from other options. That's pretty good. We can go ahead and get the disruptor, which might be the best thing to do considering what we were just talking about. Let's go for that. It's 56 months away. And species modification is underway, finishing in 23 months, thankfully. Repairs are complete. And let's go ahead and start building some Silver Lancers. Good. All right, so there's a number of planets up here we need to colonize as well, but first things first, we need to rebuild these ships. An abandoned planet or abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above this planet. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest that it relied on solar power to function. Cool. Have a look, please. All right, so we've almost got enough for another Silver Lancer. Let's go up to speed 3. Good. All right, another Silver Lancer. It's going to take a while to build these back up, especially to rebuild our corvettes. We've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Zondaban 5. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. An interesting, albeit primitive, design. Now, we need the engineering help, so this could help with this project. Let's see, this finishes in 17 months. Nice, just shaved 7 months off of our project. Now we're done in less than a year with modifying the Vision to remove our, what was it, wasteful trait that we had? Hang on. Now I can't remember what the actual trait was. Let's look at species. Can't remember. No, high maintenance. It's high maintenance. It's not wasteful when you're a machine race. Oh, we actually have a good number more. Our construction is complete. Okay, so we need to do one more after this. And of course, once that project is done in 9 months, we're going to have even better mineral income. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this moon. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Research, please. Okay, interesting. We need to build up this port a little bit. Let's see if there's anywhere else we need to do this. Don't believe so. Oh, yeah, there is, actually. But before we spend this money... Well, actually, no, let's go ahead and do it. Let's get that spaceport going so that those planets can be well defended, because that system is on the border with these guys, and we don't want to be caught unawares. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Serpis 2A. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious minerals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fascinating. Okay, so we've assimilated these guys. And it looks like we can go ahead and... We don't need food, because... reasons. They might need food, though. Do they need food? No, they're cyborgs, so they don't need food either. We literally have no need for food as an empire, regardless of who we assimilate or just whatever we do. So I'm just going to build power plants here to get energy out of this. This is Cardelia, our freshly assimilated world. Speaking of that, let's also... I definitely have some stuff that I need to upgrade, so we'll take care of that. Our construction is complete. All right, our destroyers are almost done. We need to build up some more corvettes. And we are 38 months away from the disruptor, so we can use those to diversify our attack complement. The atmospheric patterns of Bonos 3 are highly atypical for a gas giant of modest size. I'm guessing it's not actually a gas giant. Our special project is complete. We have completed the modifications to the Vision species. Hold that thought. Okay, so now... Let's see. Yeah, these guys cannot breed, and I don't know why. I guess because they're cybernetic. No, these guys are cybernetic too. Okay, there we go. So we talked about this in the previous episode. Because they're done assimilating now, these guys can't breed either. Oddly enough. So, not sure what's going on with that, really. How... I mean, you can assimilate populations, but if they can't breed... Do I build new ones? I mean... build pop. No? Hang on. Now I'm getting curious here. View species. Okay, no, that's what I was just looking at. So how do you get more seers? Are these 5 seers all I'm ever going to have? Because that is not what I was anticipating. I was thinking they would still be able to breed, but they can't because they're cyborgs. I was thinking cyborgs would be slightly different from machines by virtue of the definition of a cyborg. Cyborg is part organic, part machine. It's throwing me off. Okay. So we've got our destroyers built. Let's go ahead and get some new corvettes going as well.
Our construction is complete.
Specifically 10 more. All right, so that's 4. What we see what we had assumed was an abnormally small gas giant is in fact not. Beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet, a barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. This has proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community on the progenitor. Yeah, pretty embarrassing if I do say so myself.
Technology conceived. We have surveyed the system.
While scanning the asteroid belt, our science team found some sort of irregularity. Okay, we need to do some new society research. Yeah, let's go ahead and clear this last blocker. Okay, what's going on up here? Oh, I just need to give new orders. Okay, that's fine. This toxic and lifeless world appears to have been inhabited by a moderately advanced pre-space civilization. The ruins of their cities are still strewn across the surface. Okay, let's research that. Okay, that's the one that's being looked into. I need to see if there's any others that I've missed. Yeah, there's this one too. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. Let's get a science ship down there to take a look. Alright, so it looks like this science ship has been given the orders to do all that. So this one needs to just have orders to continue scouting, which I will gladly give it. Let's go ahead and scout this thing out. Oh, can't go any farther. Okay, so we're going to survey all those systems. Going to take a while, but we'll get plenty of science from that and plenty of experience as well. Let's also see how we're doing ship-wise. We've got 4 corvettes, 2 more. It's 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And now we need to go ahead and get some colony ships going. First of all, let's get... Yep. Shukon 1A needs to be colonized. We're going to land you right there. Shukon Tertius. So we're going to have 3 colonies in the Shukon system. And we've weakened these pirates a little bit, but this is going to need to be a substantially more effective fleet. Maybe we need to get the disruptor done, just finished, before we send them charging in. What have we got? Nanocomposite armor? Nice. Betharian power plant? Yep, we've got a planet with that. So let's go ahead and do that, because we're going to need more energy soon. Okay, it looks like we need to upgrade that. Also, we need to keep building population. Can't forget that that is a thing now. For instance, build a power plant on top of that. Build pop, multiple. Done. Go ahead and do that as well. And then I need to queue up a science lab here. And go ahead and clear this tile. For the minerals. Yeah, we'll go for the physics lab there, no problem. I have a tendency with the science tiles to go ahead and just give the particular... whatever the type is, whatever the tile type is, I just give that research station type to that tile. I tend to play to the tiles. It's just a playstyle choice. I think I mentioned that earlier in the series.
Our construction is complete.
Interesting. So now we have a bit of an energy deficit, probably because of the new population we're building. The magnetic field of Tadasca... Oh, no, it's actually the colony ship. That's what it is. The magnetic field of Tadasca 3 experienced a complete reversal when it was being observed by the scientific module. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. Intriguing. Now we have lots of resources to go ahead and clear off some of these remaining. And we're researching the volcanoes right now, so we can clear those soon. An unusually deliberate geometric, holy crap, configuration of minerals drifts through the debris belt by LM619 and is possibly of alien origin. Research, please.
Technology conceived.
Clear, clear, clear.
Technology conceived.
Upgrade, clear, clear.
We have claimed a new nest.
Okay, we've got the Betharian power plant. That's good. We can go ahead and go for, I like building build speed plus 25%. Would that be good for population as well as buildings? I'm going to assume so. Ion Disruptor or UV. Ooh, these are all very tempting. Sentinel Point Defense is also quite nice. This will give us access to point defense destroyers as well, which is going to be handy against those pirates. So let's go ahead and go for that. And we might be able to change our gunship destroyer into something more point defense related. The mineral construct is, for lack of a better term, a room made out of the same type of minerals in common use in the Vician Cooperative. The construct is in the Vision Cooperative. Mispronouncing my own species name. The construct is a hollow icosahedron. Icosahedron. Yeah. Resonance scans indicate that it is mostly hollow and was likely inhabited at some point in time. Unlike its pristine exterior, the interior is in complete disarray, possibly the result of an intentional act of sabotage. Science Officer Coadjutron ZM reports that this makes it difficult to learn anything of value from the construct's insides, but stresses that the engineering techniques involved in creating the outer shell, eminently capable of withstanding the stresses of deep space, must have been tremendously advanced. Okay.
Our construction is complete.
5 months until we can clear volcanoes. And we still have a few places where we can build. Yeah, see, we need to clear these out as well. Oh, we're out of energy. Suppose I should have kept an eye on that. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. And upgrade that too, why not? Nice! Okay, so supremacy. Let's go ahead and increase our army demand, or army damage, rather. And then once we have that, we'll be able to go for these bottom two. Yeah, see, we need to start adding rivals so we can have more unity output per rival. Right now, that would just help us with influence. Society research, nice. All right. Terraforming would probably be good so we can start building machine worlds, right? Right? Probably a good idea. Or do we want to unlock those? Let's go for terraforming. Research speed is starting to get pretty damn fast, which I'm liking. Okay, I need to upgrade anything that's producing power. Or just build anything that can produce power for that matter. Yep, let's go ahead and do a few energy grids here. Specifically on... Actually, no. Yeah, we'll do energy grids on the food tiles, definitely. But we also need to build populations. Done. Where else? Yeah, these need to have power plants on them for reasons that we are presently experiencing. Okay. And then you need a mining network. Do that. Anywhere else that needs, yep, this one right here. Let's do a power plant, followed by one more population. And that should be good once some of those are done building. Have we finished our research into building build speed? No, that's 13 months away. It's getting there. All right, so power-wise, we have finished research on disruptors, so 1 second. Let's see what we can do with the Silver Lancer here. So we can use disruptors. There is evidence that the current climate of Teneka 1 is the cause of a runaway greenhouse effect triggered by massive amounts of pollution. The oceans have boiled away and the planet is permanently enclosed in a dense cloud layer due to the thick atmosphere. Scattered ruins from the indigenous civilization can still be found on the surface, suggesting that an overpopulated culture that perished in the mid to late stages of an industrial age, or suggesting an overpopulated culture. What a waste. All right, so this disruptor, again, these things are all about extra shield damage. So this will really help us against different types of enemies if we go ahead and install some of these on our ships. So maybe if we have... This will reduce the damage that the Lancer does, but it will help the Lancer live up to his name because it will break through shields quite quickly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We also, as soon as point defense is ready, in 8 months, we're going to make a point defense destroyer and build some of those as well before we take the pirates on again. How about that? Sounds like a plan to me.
Our construction is complete.
Okay, need to clear that out. Ooh, we need a mineral processing plant for sure. Science ship just got the hell out, thankfully. Okay, let's build some new population there. Oh, good. We could do some upgrades here. And we need to wait until there. There we go. And this needs to be cleared, but okay, good. So we're using up a lot of our resources at the moment, but it's all worth it. We're expanding pretty rapidly at this point. We just need to, let's see, once we get some of these pirates cleared out, we are going to go ahead and establish a sector here. We just need to get this done. Good. Yeah, that's actually what I was talking about. We need the point defense done. So that's that. We can go for the plasma thrower now, which would be good against armor, not so good against shields. Or we can upgrade our shields themselves, or we can upgrade to advanced combat rolls. Let me go for the plasma thrower so that we have just a really good diversity of weapons. We, however, are not going to wait for that. Let's go ahead and design a new type of destroyer. This is going to be a picket ship. And let's go all out. Let's just make this a picket ship. So we're going to call this the Chrome Patroller. And then put in some fusion reactors, specifically that many. Okay, and then the blue laser should help it defend itself pretty well. It still has plenty of power too, which is nice. I wasn't expecting that. So with that extra power, what I could do, since it's a picket ship, I could actually put some armor on this thing, just to make it a little bit tougher. I like that idea. Let's go with that and start building them. So we're going to build 5 of these. What do we got? Building build speed. Nice. So we can get the... Ooh, check that out. We can go ahead and add this one as well if we wanted to. Or we can just go for the better armor or better plasma thrusters. I kind of like the idea of just going for better thrusters right now for engine speed. Let's do that. Among the asteroids surrounding EUD 2646, we've discovered an alien ship adrift. It is not responding to our attempts to hail them. If this is due to it being unable to interpret our signal or some other reason, we do not know. Science Officer Quadratron XY recommends that we get a construction ship to tow it out of the debris field. If left untouched, it risks being crushed by the asteroids. A special project has been issued to save the ship and investigate it. So we could get 1,000 minerals right now, but I'd rather try to get a construction ship, because our construction ship is not doing anything right now. So let's see if we can get it out of the asteroid field and get another awesome ship right now. That seems like the better idea to me. Alright, so we have 1 Chrome Patroller done. Let's go ahead and build a few more. Alright, that's 4. Just need to queue up 1 more, and we'll be golden. Okay, so Shukon Tertius has officially been brought into the fold. We also have this Betharian power plant tile, but we can't do anything with it yet. However, on Cardilia we can... Oh, holy crap, all these upgrades. Also, I think we can do a Betharian power plant here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we can. So let's go ahead and put this population down there. Oh, we don't have the resources for this. Now we do. Done. Okay. So now we've got our destroyers all done. I kind of want to do more corvettes before we do anything more. Let's see if we have options for different corvette types now. Nope, still just the interceptor. And that's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure. So we have 3 different types of destroyers. And I do think we're going to go ahead and add on some additional steel defenders. Once the ship drifting by the EUD 2646 has been towed or had been towed out of the debris, we could send in an away team to investigate. It is a murder scene. Only 1 crew member has been found, a long-eared amphibian biped who appears to have been stabbed repeatedly. The ship is, by the death of its crew, up for grabs. It is fitted with very efficient thrusters, the structure and design of which are beyond us at present. The vessel is not armed, seemingly having been used as a transport for important personnel. Repurposing it into an exploration vessel would be a minor undertaking. However, if we instead deconstruct it and study the engines in greater detail, we could maybe capture some of its genius and translate it into practical improvements for our fleets. So we can go ahead and get the enhanced ship speed modifier if we tear it down and study the engines. Let's do that. Fantastic. And this science ship needs new orders. So you're going to come out here, and I think... Oh, what's going on here? Neither of them are doing anything. I'm not sure why. They had orders to explore... Oh, space amoebas. Well, we can deal with that, but we're going to have to deal with it in the next episode. We are doing pretty well, though. We're going to have... I'm going to need to do some upgrade. I'm going to need to do some upgrades here before we go in and take out these pirates, but in the beginning of the next episode, we're going to attack these guys, probably attack these guys. I don't know. We could have a bloodbath next episode, hopefully in our favor this time. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to stop this one here for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, along with the rest of my science fiction, survival, and/or simulation content. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.